Hey there, today we're going to learn how to do even count peyote. Okay, so I've added a stopper bead to my thread just to keep my beads from going off of the thread, and we're going to pick up an even number of seed beads. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Let's just count to make sure. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Okay, so I'm going to bring them down towards the end of my thread where my bead stopper is going to keep them from falling out. Right? So now here we're going to start our even count peyote. So we're going to pick up one of our beads that we're working with, and we're going to skip the last one of the set of 10 that we picked up, and we're going to stitch through the one after it. Okay, the first this first few beads that you're going to add are a little tricky because the beadwork is a little flimsy. So okay, here we're just going to stitch through one. Okay, 1, 2, 3, that's a whole bunch. There you go. So now we're going to stitch through it. Now we're going to have 2 beads at the end that are going to sit right on top of the other. Okay, here. Now, this is our new bead, so we're going to arrange it so that it sits right next to it, and we're going to pull. Okay, once we give that little tug, everything is going to get nice and even in there. So now we're going to pick up another of our seed beads. We're going to skip the one that's right next to the one we're coming out of. So we're emerging from this one. We're going to skip the next one, and we're going to stitch through the one after that. Okay, now I'm going to hold it in place with my fingers. Okay, there you go. And now just make sure that it's at the top, okay? Because otherwise it's going to start to wrap, the thread is going to start to wrap around, and you're going to end up with some at the top and some at the bottom, okay? There. Meaning you're going to end up with some beads here where we're growing, and then some beads here, which would be the beginning of it. And we don't want that. So now we're going to repeat that by picking up one bead, skipping the one that's right next to the one that we're emerging from, and stitching through the one after it. Okay. Pull. Okay, we'll make sure that it's nice and tight. And we're going to continue to do that again by picking up one more, skipping the next one, stitching through the one after it, holding it in place with your thumb. And there we go. Now, one more time. We're going to skip this one and stitch through the one after it, which in this case is the very last one. Stitch through there. We're going to pull. Make sure we don't wrap around. Oops, actually, this is a big miss here. Hold on. There we go. There. Okay, so now we have our first 1, 2, and 3 rows, because when you picked up the first 10, that was actually your first 2 rows of, okay? So now we're going to turn around, right? So we're coming out of this last purple one here. We're not emerging from the green, right? Or are we? Actually, we are. Okay, that's my mistake. You should not do that. We only stitch through the one prior to it. And actually, we can actually get rid of this now.